Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, they go with Barber again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Kirk Cousins, an early touchdown pass in that one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They'll run here with Barber. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Darnold from the gun. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
53, check 53. Oh, you got Delaney.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Not that time for Watkins. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down, it's Bell. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch a slack, watch a slack. Watch a slack.
On first down, Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week he thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So out now come the Jets. After the interception, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 92 yards, and the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Darnold now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Oh, twisting away. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's the tight end Herndon with it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Off of play action, Darnold. And this is caught. I think he got that with 1 hand. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Darnold now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, is starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold's throw caught here by Enunwa. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, a few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call?
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 51 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Butker on for the PAT. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Herndon's got it complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That one complete to Anderson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold to throw again. This one caught by Crowder. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
But he's got a noon one. There he goes left side, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on him. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, end up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game, what were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, Darnold keeps himself upright. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold, a screen to Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage. Darnold on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bell. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them. Again, it's Bell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know. Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead. He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling. And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. this hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. So this will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. A run by Bell on 1st down, going to go nowhere as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Let's go, baby.
Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. This is the fullback, Sherman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes firing complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, they threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Bell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Anuno's got it, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's got more tie, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. From the 24, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. On third down, here's Bell. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this. Inside the 20. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And, partner, there's really no way to sugarcoat the game that he's had. He's just struggled.
And anytime you're throwing this amount of interceptions, there's some element of bad luck. Sometimes you get a tip ball. But overall, as you've noted, there's just no way around it. It's been a horrible, horrible game for him. But can he rally himself, pick himself up, and make a winning play or two when they need it? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, he's looking for anything to cling on to right now in the positive department. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. A carry for Barber, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 41 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll run on first down. Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.